is Keaton Purney, and I play cello. I've been in LISO for 6 years. I play in the Italiano Orchestra, and I'm in the cello section. I started playing LISO in 6th grade. I wanted to join LISO because I wanted a chance to play more difficult repertoire with other musicians with the same focus and passion as me. I was very excited when I joined LISO, but also a little nervous because it was my first time playing an orchestra outside of school, and I didn't know what to expect. But I quickly found that it was a lot of fun and it worth the extra time practicing. Something that was the most fun was being able to play some different repertoire than I was used to at school, being able to play some more well-known and more difficult pieces. I had a lot of fun learning and performing those. I think it's rewarding to me because everyone's part has their very specific purpose, and when you fulfill that purpose, it makes everything fit together and sound like it should, and I think that's really rewarding. Overall, I think I've grown in LISO in my technical skills, like sight reading and playing through more difficult passages and having good practice habits. And I think LISO has helped me grow to be a better leader because when you're in an orchestra, you need to pull your own weight and also be a good leader for everyone else in your section, and I think that's helped in other parts of my life as well. I think something really great is we have a lot of community support and support from parents and other members of the community who sit on the board, and they always want the best for LISO, which is great to have their support. My advice to someone who wants to join LISO but is unsure is it's definitely worth it to join, because even if you don't think you're good enough or you think it's going to be too hard, it's definitely worth the effort to try, because there are going to be challenges you face being in LISO because it's more difficult than what you might do in school, but I think those challenges and situations help you improve to be a better musician. I'll be performing the Bach Cello Suite No. 3 in C major and the Prelude. It's a pretty technical piece, and I think, like especially in our sectionals, what we work on the most is our technique. And I think having those, being really nitpicky, has helped put this piece together. There's a part where it's arpeggiated chords, and I think it's pretty difficult to play because it has to be in tune for it to sound good. But I also think it sounds really cool when it works out.
Hello, I am Mark Pomplin. I am the Lacrosse Youth Symphony Orchestra Italiano Orchestra Director, as well as the Artistic Director for the orchestras. I have been in this position for, this is going on my first year right now, but I've been with the orchestra since 2014 as a coach and as a Philharmonic Orchestra Director. So the Italiano Orchestra is an orchestra primarily composed of students in high school, but we have the occasional 8th grade student. So most of these students have been playing for anywhere between 3 and 10, maybe even 12 years, if some started at the age of 5. Typically, a student comes in and rehearses with us from 2 to 4 in the afternoon. We have Sunday afternoon rehearsals to do our prep time. The music is pretty fast-paced when it comes to how quickly students are expected to learn the music. Usually the first rehearsal is, the one where they're just getting the notes under their fingers, and then beyond that, it's really touching things up and making things really tight and really sounding above what they would probably play at in their school orchestra or their school bands. So all these students come in with a very high level of expectation and high level of musicianship. Some things to know about the Italiano Orchestra is many of these students have been playing for many years, especially the string players. The wind players, like the woodwinds and the brass and the percussionists, most of them have only been playing in bands. So when they come and play in an orchestra, it's a very different type of feeling. There's only one person per part that's playing, so there's only one first flute player, there's one second flute player. So it's very soloistic type of playing, even though you're playing in a full orchestra. And the orchestra folks are playing in a different type of feeling too, where they're adding wind players to it. So it's also very fun, very different. But also, all these students that come in here every Sunday have the same passion for music and the same type of passion that they have for learning new things on their instrument. They get to learn music that they never would have been exposed to at their school orchestra or school bands, especially the band players being exposed to really great orchestral music. Thank you for coming to see this introduction to the orchestra and the Italiano Orchestra, and we hope to see you at our auditions in the future. Thank you.